This story is called Me and White Power. It's not, well, I mean, it's not like, I'm not going to talk about like how cool white power is. It's just about an altercation I had with a skinhead. This story takes place in the Ozarks, which is that part of the country between Missouri, or the border of Missouri and Arkansas. It's where I'm from, and specifically it takes place at a bar called Cully's. To give you an idea of what Cully's is like, at the time of this story, I played in a pop ska band, which should tell you as well that the story takes place in the late 90s. And, we had played at this bar, Cully's, before, being 16 years old, and they always served us booze. And the second time we played there, they brought out the beer for the band, and the bartender set the beer up, and he goes, "Alright, wait a second, are you guys really 21? And it's like, we're obviously in high school, and we ordered 5 Bud Light bottles, so yeah, we're underage, duh. And he just goes, "Okay, well, don't drink these," and walks off. And leaves the beer there. Pretty much just putting out the Cully ethos right there, which is, we pretend to have rules here, but everybody knows we don't have any fucking rules here. And this, you know, so that was the first bad decision. This was not a bar. A 16-year-old should be going. A punk rock club with no rules, which I learned, but didn't notice the first 2 times I was there, doubled as the Ozarks Skinhead Bar. It's where the Aryan Nation met. I didn't know this, and this is important because the night in question, I wore a shirt that my girlfriend at the time had gotten me. It was a shirt that had a stick man on it, and he was holding a swastika. And the swastika was above a trash can, and the shirt said, "Keep your country nice and clean." Like, you're throwing away a swastika, I guess. You know, it's not exactly like a damning political statement unless you're in Nazi Germany or prison or the Ozarks bar where the Aryan Nation meets up. So I show up to this bar, and the lead singer of my band sees me, and he takes one look at me, and I'm just holding my bass. I'm just, you know, I'm so fucking chuffed to be playing a show tonight. And he just looks at me and he goes, "Fucking Christ, Jacob. Come on, let's go." And I'm just like, "Oh, well, you know, this place is kind of rough. I have a, you know, a scary political discussion or something. You know, I'm not usually that confrontational, but let's go." So I walk in to Cully's with my bass and my brand new shirt. And I walk in, and immediately people like look at us. And one guy in particular turns around, and he looks kind of like Rutger Hauer, Dolph Lundgren mix. And but his face looks like a golf ball. It's just all pockmarked. He's just this giant Aryan pimple scar. And he turns around, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Nice shirt, bag it!" And goes back to his Jägermeister. He didn't think I had a nice shirt or anything, and so I was getting a little nervous, and I was like, that guy really doesn't like me. And the lead singer of the bar, who's a little bit more worldly than me, just starts shoving me towards the stage part of the bar, past the bar, and he's just like, "Just get in the corner, Jacob, and just don't do anything, just don't do anything, stand over there with your bass." And so I trot over, and I'm just like, you know, this is kind of scary. So I'm just holding my bass, and I kind of start covering myself up a bit, like subconsciously, because I notice all these prison-y, skinhead-type dudes are all looking right at me like they want something real bad. I guess this is the closest I'll ever feel to being like someone who wore something too revealing to the wrong bar, because they've found what they want. They were looking right at me, and they're all kind of like eye-fighting one another, like getting to see who gets to take me home first, or at least, you know, take me outside and fuck me up. So I'm standing there just kind of covering it up. One guy, eventually, I guess he wins and decides to go break the ice. And he starts walking up to me. At the same time, a couple of the other skinheads file out. And this guy walks right up to me and gets about a foot away from me, and he's staring right at me. And he's disarmingly nice. And this guy, he looks kind of like Michael Chiklis, you know, from The Shield. But he's got that look like Vic Mackey in The Shield, like he's just found, like he's looking in a pile of dirty money, like, you know, he's really... He knows he's found the prize, and he gets right up to me, and he just goes, "That's a nice shirt you got there, you know, and that's funny, because I have a tattoo of a swastika, actually like the size of your stupid face. It's a big one, and it's on my back. So it looks like you're saying I'm garbage, and I'm just saying there with my face, just like, you know, I mean, it could be interpreted in many ways, and I'm just like, well, you know, and he just cuts me off, and he's like, yeah, you know, if I see you in the street, I'm going to kill you. And he walks out. You know, and I'm a pretty calm guy, and pretty calm and collected, but I decided at this point I've had enough, so I set my face in the corner, and I go have a good cry outside. And I just lose it. Like, I should say I go outside and have my good cry, and I see my car by the loading dock out back. And my car's about a foot lower than when I first got there. They'd slashed all my tires. So, you know, that interrupted this, the crying jack I was planning on having. I decided to just go ahead and have like a, you know, full-on breakdown. And, so I'm standing there just, you know, like against the wall, just really starting to lose it. And Dan, the band's guitarist, comes outside. And he sees me, and he sees the bass player is just a fucking wreck. And he goes, well, Jake, what are you doing there? And I'm like, I'm fucking crying, that's what I'm doing, man. It's like, well, yeah, I saw what happened there. That's pretty intense. He's like, yeah, you know, he called me a faggot, and he said he was going to kill me, and now they slashed my car, and I couldn't even drive back to the nice side of town if I wanted to. And he's like, you know, I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of you. And, you know, I kind of stop, you know, snotting for a second, and I say, oh, you're proud of me. Why? I'm crying, I'm a mess. And Dan goes, you know, through all of that, you didn't take that shirt off. And I'm just like, fuck, I didn't take the shirt. I could have taken the shirt off at any time. Fuck. But I can't break that point. And he's just like, you know, that means something, man. You know, and we're on in 5 minutes, so we should go. And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, you know, he is right. I mean, I forgot to take the shirt off, but I'm not going to take it off now because they've shown that they won't actually do anything. I mean, they'll call me a faggot and they'll say they're going to kill me. Hope they won't. But and they'll slash my tires, but they never did anything to me. They didn't have the guts to do it. So I went and I played the show, and I had the cryingest, just kind of shaky Ian Curtis type performance. But I played the show, and during the first song, I said, "Fuck you," and gave the skinheads the finger, which I could do because the cops I had called 10 minutes ago had finally shown up.